washed out the bottom of the hill. Big creek's up, little creek is level. Plow my corn with a double shovel. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why, don't stay a little longer. Bluesboy Jag and another 4-string cigar box guitar lesson by request. It's Stay All Night, Stay a Little Longer. This is a fun tune. It's pretty fast, so buckle in. We're tuned to open G on this one. That's an A string, tuned down to G, a D string tuned normal to D, a G string tuned normal to G, and a B string from a second string. So it's open G. All right, this one's pretty fast, but we're gonna start out slow. First thing you wanna do, grab a pick. You can do this with your fingers, but it's a little bit tricky, so I would recommend a pick. So, first finger is on the 3rd string, 5th fret. First finger is gonna be on the 3rd fret, same string. And what we're gonna do is a pull off. So first you wanna pick this note, and that's going to be a D, E, F, G. Same as your second string. And we're going to do a pull off. What I'm doing is taking that 3rd finger and pulling it off to my 1st finger, and then pulling that 1st finger off to 0. And it's pretty fast. Slow. Even slower. Just so you know, this is the actual tempo. So it's pretty fast, but we're gonna work our way up to that. All right, so once we get past that intro, what we're gonna be doing is playing 2 chords pretty close together. So the lyrics are, can't go home if you're going by the mill, 'cause the bridge is washed out at the bottom of the hill. So the chords match those lyrics. So this is what it sounds like when you're singing it. I'll slow it down because it's pretty fast. Can't go home if you're going by the mill, 'cause the bridge is washed out the bottom of a hill. Big creek's up, little creek is level. Plow my corn in the double shovel. And then you go back to the chorus, which is stay all night, stay a little longer, dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, throw it in the corner, don't see why you can't stay a little longer. And it repeats that same chorus after every verse. So I'll just do the first 2 verses here. Can't go home if you're going by the mill, 'cause the bridge is washed out the bottom of the hill. Big creek's up, little creek's level. Plow my corn with a double shovel. It's pretty fast. All that is kind of mashed in together there. Then you go back to the chorus, which is stay all night, stay a little longer, dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, throw it in the corner, don't see why you can't stay a little longer. And that whole thing is the same intro chords that we played there for that verse. Dance all night, dance a little longer, pull off your coat, back immediately to that pull-off. So this is pretty fast. You don't have to play it this fast, but this is a common tempo for this particular song. I would definitely start out slower on it. And it repeats all those same chords, same chord progression, same licks all the way through. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if you include all the choruses. So I'll do it slow, starting out. Again, what I'm doing here is pulling off, third finger, third string, 5th fret, down to the 3rd fret, and then down to 0. So 2 pull-offs. Real slow. And then goes back to that second verse, and it plays that all over again. So after every verse you do that little lick, and it just loops all the way through. So I'm going to do 2 verses, so we'll just start out with this intro right here. Remember, you're pulling off, and you're going to the 2nd string with your 1st finger on the 3rd fret. Can't go home, going by the pond, 'cause it's been washed out bottom of the hill. Big creek's up, little creek's level. Plow my corn with a double shovel. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, throw it in the corner. Don't see why you can't stay a little longer. And then it does that same lick again. And all that one more time. And then the 2nd verse, and that lick again, and the 3rd verse, and that lick again, and the 4th verse. So it's a repetitive motif here. One part, and then the 2nd part, and the 1st part, and the 2nd part, all the way through. The only chords you're playing is G and D, which is up here, barring on the 7th fret. G, A, B, C, D. So those are the only 2 chords you're playing. So the first line of each verse is G, and the 2nd verse is your D, and it goes back to your G again. So it's G and D. That's all there is. Make sure you start out slow, like real slow. It is a little bit tricky because you're pulling off from that 3rd finger to the 1st finger, so it's 2 pull-offs in a row. And you're going to have to really pull that string and let it slide underneath your finger. That's the whole song, so have fun with that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And check out my website, bluesboyjag.com. Cigar box guitars, just like this one, since 2004. And we'll see you next time.